Welcome to the Mighty Bee Show. So, yesterday, November 1st, I sat down and I was so excited to get started in my brand new bullet journal. And I opened it up and I realized I forgot to set up my weekly spread. So, guess we got to do that first. Now, I do change my layouts from month to month. So this is a new one that I'll be trying out. And let's see. On the left-hand side will be the days of the week. And on the right will be the areas for notes, meal planning, to-do list, and whatnot. So my Faber Castell was being a little sketchy, so I'll be using the LePen drawing pen today. And I really do like how these markers write. It's a nice thick bold line, and they write really smoothly. But you do have to be careful with your ruler. Sometimes it'll cause it to smudge if you slide your ruler over the line too quickly. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I constantly have 50 million things that need to be done. So I always allocate a big space for to-do boxes. If you don't need that much space, you could always break this up into smaller sections and, maybe add waiting for or, exercise or even goals, whatever you want to put in that big center box right there. Unfortunately, I didn't take into consideration how long the word November is, and I started out with my letters a little too big, so I just squish them up at the end of that little title over the mini calendar over there. Another thing I've discovered, being a non-artist, it is easier for me if I use my markers or pencils, whatever, and draw in the outline of what I'm trying to doodle with the marker first, and then going back and outlining it with the black. The marker just seems to be a little bit more forgiving than trying to get the pencil lines perfect every time. It's easier to adjust. Now, being November, I will be doing a Thanksgiving theme this month, and there will be also, I plan to use a lot of cooking elements and some fall elements as well. So even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you could still use some of those items, or substitute the turkey for, you could have a tree down there and do a really bushy area up top and write your notes in there, or whatever else you can think of. One thing you'll notice is I tend to like bold, thick lines and bold colors and big elements pretty much. So you'll see that probably pretty consistently throughout all of my spreads. Now, I do on the months where a week will span over 2 months, I will duplicate it. So I have this week in October's, and I'm putting it again in November, especially since I am in a new journal this month. And I just used gray to indicate the months or the days from last month. Okay, again, not an artist, so there's my attempt at drawing an outline of a maple leaf, and it did not work out too well. I use those a lot in my September pages, and as long as I draw the little veins inside the leaf, that gives me an outline, and it turns out much better. You can actually recognize it as a maple leaf. But those lines will not be staying. Now, I love these 3 Tombows together. I think they have a very fall feel to them. Their numbers are 158 is the green, and that yellow is 991, and then the orange is 912. And again, I will have those written down in the description box. But I think they're really beautiful together. Now inside these little leaves, I will be writing down meal options for the week. That way when it's time to make dinner, I can just look at that and go, okay, well, let's have this one tonight. Now I'm going to be playing with the washi tape a little bit. It takes me a while to figure out what to do. I'm not liking it. The page looks really out of balance, and I was stumped on how to fix it. Here I decided I didn't like the gray. It was too cool toned, so I changed it to green. Nope, didn't like either one of those. Or that. So then I thought, okay, I need to darken in some of these other lines, balance out the brown, and fix that title a little. Finally figured out I needed a little splash of color over here. So these are my little corn cobs. And then I thought a drop shadow might help, since the October days are now darker than the November. But it wasn't working very well, so I just went in with the thicker Faber Castell and made those words a little bolder. You can still see a little bit of the brown behind it, which I don't mind. And use a little bit of red to balance it out. And much better. Don't forget, clocks go back Saturday night into Sunday morning. And here I finally get to start planning my day. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to take this opportunity to remind y'all to go check out my November plan with me. I have a different monthly layout and some trackers and whatnot for y'all to check out. I will be posting the beginning of my November mandala next, and I will have variations on this spread coming up, so be sure to subscribe. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.